Hey, everybody. I just wanted to let you know that I am back now from my travels. I've been gone since late February. I came home for about a week, which was extremely busy. And then I ended up taking off again for, gosh, almost a month. So when I returned, well, first and foremost, before I get into that, I should also let you know I'm actually working on a new rig. I've got a laptop so that I can start making better videos while I'm out and about, while I'm busy learning the Linux operating system. So hopefully these videos will be a little bit higher quality. I'm also using a different mic. I'm using the Samson Meteor mic instead of my Blue Yeti. So let me know what you think about it and how it sounds, because I really want to test the kind of the quality of the microphone itself. And then, of course, don't forget to check out my sponsors at the Dollhouse and Cash and Prizes. And if you don't, feel free, if you haven't yet, pick up The Feminist Lie, bestseller on Amazon. But with that out of the way, when I returned home from my trips, I was actually somewhat surprised. So I received two emails from the YouTube support team. The first one is here, and they are both privacy complaints. And the first one you'll notice is from my video, Corrupt Attorney Leslie Levy Requests YouTube Conceal Her Crimes. So I did the same response to both videos because they were basically, there are three separate privacy complaints. Here's these two here. And the other video was Bar Association Teaches Systemic Discrimination Against Men. Now, the response I put was kind of a canned response, but I felt it approached both videos and all three privacy complaints that I received. Now, I should also let everybody know the very first privacy complaint I got, which I also made a follow-up video on, I actually won that complaint. So with that said, these are two new ones because apparently this attorney, Leslie Levy, just can't give up. So here's my response. Dear YouTube team, I am in receipt of your privacy complaint. Please note I am in receipt of no less than 3 privacy complaints on this video. Well, technically it's a combination of both videos, but whatever, I was tired. The first complaint I received, I notified YouTube of the facts below, and YouTube ruled in my favor, as this is not a privacy violation. Because not only is my video newsworthy, this is a government official, a public employee, speaking on behalf of her government agency in an official capacity as a public official. The reason the individual in question is making the continued complaints is because they are in violation of state and possibly federal law, as I outline within the video itself. Calling out public corruption and a public official's gender bias discrimination in the way that my video depicts it is not only not a privacy issue, pardon me, since I only use publicly available information, but it is very newsworthy. Further, I'm personally acquainted with the individual who did the original filming of the footage I used. He confirmed that he not only received permission from the Bar Association to film the footage, but at all times, the individual who is the subject of the current privacy complaints knew she was being filmed and stipulated to it. The individual is a public official and depicted in this video in her public capacity. This is not private information as defined by YouTube's terms of service or applicable Texas state law, which I know because I looked it up, where the video was originally filmed. This is because the identifying information contained in this video is of a public official working for the government as a government employee in her official capacity or is based on public-facing websites published by the county government in which she works and the bar association she is a member of. Now, again, this is the second video, which is the original video I put out, which is Bar Association Teaches Systemic Discrimination Against Men. Now, originally, when this video came out, I was contacted by Terrence Popp in the comments section and later in email, and we were going to get together and we were going to file a bar complaint or at least create a template so that viewers could actually submit bar complaints against this corrupt attorney, Leslie Levy. Now, for whatever reason, there were scheduling issues. We didn't actually get a chance to get together and do that. However, after these two most recent complaints, I felt it was time to put that template together. And there'll be links in the description so that you can download the template, sign the template, and then send it in to the information provided at the top. Now, here's that complaint. Now, this complaint will go not only to the State Bar of Texas, it'll also go to the Williamson County Attorney. Attention to Doyle D. Hobbs Jr., who is the current county attorney. Now, with that said, let me go ahead and read this. So, pardon me. Got to deal with the one-take video. Had a little bit of a big lunch today, so here we go. Dear Sir or Madam, I am contacting you in regard to Williamson County Attorney's Office employee, Attorney Leslie Levy, Texas State Bar Number 240-75778, admitted to practice on November 2, 2012. Per the Texas State Bar, her primary practice location is at Williamson County Attorney's Office, located at 405 Martin Luther King Street, Suite 1, Georgetown, Texas, 78626-4900. Please take this letter as a formal complaint. On or about October 26, 2018, Williamson County Attorney's Office employee, Attorney Leslie Levy, hereafter referred to as Levy, conducted a continuing legal education for the County Bar Association in what appears to be a courtroom within the Williamson County Courthouse. At all times, Levy represented herself as a government employee employed in the Family Justice Division of the Williamson County Attorney's Office. Jeff Morgan, a Texas resident and a tax-paying citizen, obtained permission from the Bar Association to film the CLE, and at all times, Levy was aware she was being filmed. A true and correct copy of the video of the CLE is located at the following web address. Now, I use the Bitchute address rather than the YouTube address because they've been actively trying to remove it from YouTube, and I know for a fact Bitchute will not remove this. Now, let's move on. Jeff Morgan has publicly mentioned on Facebook that after the CLE was completed and he uploaded it to YouTube, Levy contacted YouTube and requested the CLE be pulled down due to privacy concerns. However, once you review the video of the CLE, there was no private information shared during the filming. Further, for reasons that follow, I believe in good faith, Levy's privacy complaints are corrupt attempts by this public official and attorney licensed in the state of Texas to cover up her promotion of Texas attorneys committing crimes in violation of Texas criminal codes, violations of Texas State Bar's rules of professional conduct, and gender discrimination. Specifically, I am referring to Texas Penal Codes 38.05, hindering the apprehension or prosecution, Texas Penal Code 32.53, exploitation of a child, elderly individual, or disabled individual, and Texas Penal Code 39.02, abuse of official capacity. If you review the video, it is clear that Levy violated Texas penal codes by virtue of using her position as a government employee and the fact that she was teaching the CLE to indoctrinate attorneys in attendance to avoid reporting domestic violence crimes to this county attorney's office. She very explicitly stated she wanted family law attorneys to not report these crimes to her office, but rather to use them as a strong bargaining chip within their cases to get better outcomes for their mostly female clients. This is unconscionable and is not only a violation of multiple Texas criminal laws, but as you should know, this puts innocent women and children directly in harm's way, because Levy, a government attorney employed by Williamson County, is advocating keeping domestic violence perpetrators on the street, where they can continue to perpetrate crimes against their victims. Further, not only does Levy's conduct violate multiple Texas penal codes, her gross misconduct also violates the Texas State Bar's Rules of Professional Conduct 8.04 in pertinent part as follows. A lawyer shall not violate these rules or knowingly assist or induce another to do so, or to do so through the acts of another, whether or not the violation occurred in the course of a client-lawyer relationship. I keep on wanting to say attorney-client relationship, but whatever. Every bar association is different. Commit a serious crime or commit any other criminal act that reflects adversely on the lawyer's honesty, trustworthiness, or fitness as a lawyer in other respects. Like, I don't know, leaving domestic violence perpetrators on the street so they can continue to violate Texas laws and hurt innocent people. You know, maybe that's a thing. Number 3, engage in conduct involving dishonesty, fraud, deceit, or misrepresentation, like, again, helping concealing crime from the county. Number 4, engage in conduct constituting obstruction of justice, which really is what we're talking about. Number 5, the state or imply an inability to directly or improperly influence government, agency, or official. So again, because she is a government official, basically she's saying that, I'm going to influence this situation, and I'm going to influence the government. I'm speaking on behalf of the government, and I'm telling you, don't report crime. So that's just completely unethical. Engage in conduct that constitutes barratry as defined by the laws of this state. Well, I got to admit, I'm not quite sure what barratry is, but I figured just in case, I'd leave it in. I didn't look up the definition of it for what Texas defines it as, but whatever. Subsection B, as used in A2 of this rule, serious crime means barratry, any felony involving moral turpitude, any misdemeanor involving theft, embezzlement, or fraudulent or reckless misappropriation of money or other property, or any attempt, conspiracy, or solicitation of another to commit any of the foregoing crimes. Many of Levy's crimes and unethical misconduct came to light because of a YouTube channel entitled Misandry Today. That's me. This YouTube content creator correctly observed Levy's acts not only as crimes under Texas state laws, but as unethical conduct and gender discrimination against men. Further, when Levy, during the CLE she taught, advocated family law attorneys to refrain from contacting the Williamson County attorney regarding domestic violence-related crimes, what she was also advocating for is the ongoing victimization of domestic violence victims, who are often innocent women and children. Because, when you talk about women and children, people pay attention. Additionally, by advocating attorneys refrain from reporting the crime of domestic violence to Williamson County, Levy is unnecessarily increasing conflict in every family law litigation action in which any attorney fails to report these crimes to Williamson County, while at the same time keeping innocent domestic violence victims in harm's way. Everyone knows the best way to stop crime is to incarcerate domestic violence perpetrators. Well, of course, for the crime of domestic violence, of course. Levy is also unnecessarily increases the cost of family law litigation to all parties involved. Additionally, the last negative consequence of Levy's misconduct is the impact it has on the family courts. By advocating that attorneys get their clients to refrain from reporting these crimes to Williamson County, any attorney who follows Levy's teachings will potentially unnecessarily clog the family courts with litigation that is better suited to a criminal proceeding. Now Levy is taking active efforts to conceal the evidence of her crimes and unethical misconduct. She has repeatedly contacted YouTube targeting any content creator who speaks out against her public corruption. This includes, but is not limited to, Jeff Morgan himself and the YouTube content channel Misandry Today. She has made no less than 3 privacy complaints to YouTube regarding the Misandry Today channel in a wrongful effort to conceal her gross misconduct, misandry, and violations of Texas criminal law. Attorneys like Leslie Levy destroy the reputation of the legal profession as well as Williamson County and potentially the Texas State Bar, causing citizens to lose confidence in Williamson County Attorney's Office as well as the Texas State Bar. While Levy is a criminal, she is also a man-hating bigot, and it is clear from the CLE video that she commits ethical misconduct on a daily basis as pattern in practice. So much so, she is now teaching it to others as a public official. Please take action against Levy and hold her accountable, not only for her crimes outlined in this letter, but also for her unethical attempts to conceal her crimes and unethical conduct by wrongfully filing privacy complaints to YouTube in an effort to silence citizens of conscience who speak out against her public corruptions. If the Williamson County Attorney's Office and the Texas Bar Association fails to take actions against Levy and the criminal man-hating bigots like her, many domestic violence victims will remain in harm's way, which can potentially create hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars in civil liability for Williamson County for any domestic violence victim harmed as a direct result of Levy's unethical CLE instruction, which also promotes the violation of Texas criminal law. Sincerely, blank. So as you can see at the bottom here, you can go ahead and sign your signature on that. And then, of course, at the very top, you can mail it to the State Bar. You can mail it to Williamson County. Or if you have a fax machine, you can fax it to this number here, the 512 number in Austin to the Texas State Bar, or the fax number down here at 512 to Williamson County attorneys. Basically, this is a thing where these attorneys feel like they are untouchable. So the reason that you want to put these complaints to the county and to the Bar Association is because if somebody is actually harmed because of something that Levy has taught, or because Levy has refused to prosecute one of these cases as a county attorney, the county can be held liable because she's just decided that, it's more important to have these crimes be prosecuted as, in the family court than in criminal court, which frankly is a freaking joke. Basically, what she's trying to do is she's trying to have a silver bullet and say, look, you can take these cases in the family court and use them as a silver bullet because I'm too lazy to do my job. That's the reality. But let me also tell you another stark reality of why she does not want these cases coming into her office. It's because if false accusers falsely accuse somebody of domestic violence in a criminal setting, and then they get caught for doing it, they can be criminally prosecuted for filing a false report. So what she's doing is not only is she protecting actual domestic violence perpetrators and allowing them to commit crimes against innocent people, she is also trying to protect false accusers of domestic violence by saying, look, you can use this false allegation as a silver bullet in your divorce. Just don't tell us about it because, we don't want to know. Now, the original video is 40 minutes. Obviously, a link to this letter is going to be in the description. You can embed this letter on a website if you own a blog, or if you want to put it up on a publicly facing site. All my videos that were on YouTube, those videos are already mirrored onto Bitchute. So I don't know what's going to happen with my appeals. I expect to win them, but who knows with YouTube? I mean, YouTube is going so far left, and they are going out of their way to silence free speech for any excuse possible. So we really don't know what's going to happen. So if you don't see me for a couple weeks, it's not because I'm traveling this time. It's because YouTube has given me 2 strikes for these 2 particular videos because they've decided to side with a corrupt public official rather than decide with the truth. However, that said, I will continue to be publishing videos on Bitchute. And then once, assuming I get strikes, once those strikes are removed, then I'll go back to publishing on YouTube as well. And all those videos I published on Bitchute, I'll just go ahead and transfer those to YouTube in addition to that. So with that said, guys, let me know what you think about the microphone quality. I'm going to do the new mic I'm testing out here. And again, check out my sponsors. And thank you for watching the one take video.